Hello everybody, it's me Jessie with Pampered Chef bringing you all things fun and foodie from right here in my kitchen. It's Monday night and I thought we would make some dinner. So let's get started. It's cold and I'm tired. So I'm going with tortilla soup tonight. If you haven't seen this, this is a complete soup mix. It's kosher, it's gluten-free, there's no artificial anything in it, and it has a ton of flavor. And all we have to do is mix it with some water and some chicken broth. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna dump this seasoning packet. It's got like peppers and garlic and onion and everything already mixed in. Oh, and it's vegetarian. So I'm gonna put that in this pan, and then we're going to add in 4 cups of water and 2 cups more of water. Now you could use vegetable broth, or you could use chicken broth, or you could use turkey broth. I have none of that. I have better than bouillon. Love this stuff. When you don't have any of the above that I just mentioned, a tablespoon or so of this will help you have all the flavor of a nice broth, but it doesn't take up all the room in your refrigerator or your freezer. So I'm just going to throw that in here, and then this is going on the stove. I'm just going to turn it on medium-high heat and let it go. Now, we are going to add a few things in it just to bulk it up a little bit, but you don't have to do that. And while that's cooking, I thought we would make some oven quesadillas because Mr. Teacher is not a huge fan of soup, and I love soup. And we also need to have something for lunches tomorrow, so we need to have quesadillas. So I just have some 10-inch tortillas here on my very well-loved stoneware bar pan, but you could also use pizza stoneware. You could use any sheet pan you have at all. Anything would work that can go in the oven. And I like to put my tortillas kind of hanging off so I can fold them. Now I have, where's my cheese? I have a ton of cheese here. I buy the Cabot cheese when it is buy one, get one free. And this is a blend of habanero cheddar and extra sharp cheddar. But any cheese would work here. We just happen to like spicy. I like the block cheese, and I grate it myself in my food processor. And I'm just gonna put some down. Now you can put anything in a quesadilla. Anything left over here. Leftover corn, leftover zucchini, onions, grilled fajita vegetables, barbecue chicken, whatever you want. I just have some chicken left over from the other night, and that's what's going to go inside of these. I have the oven set for 425 degrees. And it's already ready to go. And these will bake up in about 10 minutes. This is extremely fast. All right, that looks about right. Oh, I should mention, you should grate your own cheese. I mean, I don't always, because sometimes it's just a matter of time, but it's not that hard to do it in the food processor. And it takes just a second. And when you grate your own cheese, it melts better, because grated cheese that's already grated in the bag at the store has like a chemical on it to keep it from sticking together. Like this cheese will stick together a little bit, but you know what? It tastes better, it melts better, so I don't mind. And I'm gonna put a little bit more cheese on here. I don't have any extra grilled vegetables or anything tonight, so these are just gonna be a cheese quesadilla. And then we're gonna fold the tops over and give them a little press. They all fit perfectly on this pan, just like that. And this is gonna go in the oven. Now, if you wanted to make more than 4, which we have done from time to time, you can just overlap them like this. See what I'm doing? And do a whole other set of 4 and put another tortilla down here and kind of make it like a big tortilla pizza, kind of. And just cut it up like a pizza. And it bakes up really easy. And then you'll have a ton of quesadillas. All right, so this is just going in a 425 degree oven. I'm not using any oil because my stoneware is very well loved, and I'm not putting any oil on top. There's enough fat in that cheese. I don't have to do anything. So let's work on the rest of this soup. I'm gonna crank that heat up. I have it on a medium high, and we are going to add a few things. They're not mandatory, but we need I wanted a little bit more in the soup. So I'm going to put some frozen corn, maybe about a cup. You could use canned corn. Yes, I'm eating frozen corn. It's delicious. You could use the corn that has the chilies in it. Anything goes. And then I'm gonna put some black beans. This is one of our containers. Snaps together like this. You could use canned black beans. They're not as cheap as dried. And if you cook dried beans in the multi-cooker, it takes about 40 minutes, and it saves you a ton of money because a bag of beans is like 99 cents, and you can get 10 cups out of a bag of beans. So I cook it up a whole bunch of them at a time, and I put them in little individual containers and also freeze them in like 2-cup portions. So I always have beans ready to go. So I'm gonna use about half of these in our soup. Again, totally optional. Close the container up and use those for something else this week. And then the last thing I'm going to do to bulk up the soup is add a can of tomatoes. Not necessary, but I just want a few tomatoes in there. Now, this is our safety can opener. It is my very most loved favorite thing because I am super accident prone. And when you use this, it makes the edges not sharp at all. You are not going to cut yourself on this can opener. And it has this little gripper, I don't know if you can see it, that grabs onto the can lid and it pulls it right off. And then it also has this part, so if you have a can, you know, that has like a tab on it, you can stick this under and pull it up, and you won't have to break your fingernails, which I have also done. All right, dumping the tomatoes in there. This is just a can of Rotel, but you could use any tomatoes, or no tomatoes at all, or tomato sauce. It is up to you. All right, so everything's in our soup. Now let's make something to doctor it up even more, and something for on top of our quesadillas. This is some sour cream. I'm going to put, I gotta take the paper off. Oops. I'm going to put about a half a cup. Well, yeah, give or take, maybe about a cup into this prep bowl. And we're going to add in about a tablespoon of one of my favorite seasonings, chipotle. It's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit smoky, and it's oh so delicious. So a cap is about a tablespoon, so you don't even have to get out another measuring tool. And we're just going to stir that up and make a little chipotle crema for on top of our quesadillas. And if you wanted to, you could thin this out with a little bit of milk, and then you could put it in like a baggie and just go over the top and make it super pretty. I'm not going to get all fancy like that tonight though. I just want to keep it simple. So the longer this sits, the better it's going to taste, but it's going to be amazing just like this. And if I have extra, I will totally eat it this week. You could do this as a dipper with just tortilla chips. I like it on tacos. It's great on everything. And again, this seasoning is all natural, gluten-free, kosher, nothing yucky in it. So it's yummy. And you don't have to feel bad about eating it. All right, sour cream is going back in the refrigerator. And we are gonna cut up this avocado, but I need something to put it on. I had a cutting board out. All right, this avocado, I'm hoping it's still good. I put it out on the counter on Sunday because I was going to make guacamole, and then, on Saturday because I was gonna make guacamole yesterday, and then I didn't. So it's extra soft. To test an avocado, you normally wanna take the top off, this little stem, and it should be green. This is not looking exactly green, so I'm very hopeful that it is good on the inside. It is very squishy. This is our avocado tool. It's got a little edge that is serrated, and so it's sharp, but not like super sharp. And then it's got a smooth edge for scooping and for making the slices with it in your hand. And then it's got a pit remover. So I'm just gonna go around my avocado. You know what? I think we're gonna be okay. Twist. Not too bad, right? And then stick it on the pit. Pit comes right out, and that can go in the compost. Then we'll take the smooth side, and I think I just want to have some pieces for the top of my soup. So I'm doing like a crosshatch, make some lines, go across it the other way, and then we'll just scoop it right out. Leave that for my soup. And then I think for the quesadilla, we should make some guacamole. What do you guys think? Should we make some guac? Yeah, I thought so. Let me stir this. It's already smelling delicious. Quesadillas are already getting all melty. Let's make some guacamole. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with this side of the avocado and cross-hatch it, and then I'm gonna scoop it into my bowl. I'm just gonna do a little bit of guac. Throw this away. And then we need some guacamole seasoning. This has powdered sour cream, lime, everything right inside. Onion, garlic. I need nothing else. All right, but I do need a spoon. And you could doctor this up too. You could add chopped onions, cilantro, tomatoes, but you don't have to. And I'm not going to tonight. I like to keep the guacamole seasoning on hand for nights very much like this. Then you need something delicious and easy and fast. All right, this avocado tool can go right into the dishwasher, and we're probably going to flip these quesadillas over. So I need to get out these, because I don't want my counter to explode or crack. And my other silicone oven mitts. I have these on top of my air fryer because I've burnt myself altogether way too many times with a damp towel because I'm notorious for having a towel that I've washed my hands and dried it on like 20 times and the towel is wet, and water is a huge conductor of electricity and heat, and I'll put my towel in there and like try to grab something and I always burn myself. And I should know better. So silicone things on top of the air fryer makes life so much easier. All right, can you see they're already starting to brown up, and the cheese is getting all melty. They're staying together all perfectly. And I'm just gonna press it down a little. Just like that. And we'll pop this right back in the oven for about 2 more minutes. And we're pretty much done with dinner. This would be a great meal. So you could make it for sleepovers, weeknights, and I'm also thinking Super Bowl Sunday. Like, you could make a whole bar. You could make that soup, throw it in a crock pot, and then have all your sides, like chopped avocado, corn, green onions, tortilla chips, everything, all sitting out, sour cream, like with the chipotle in it, everything. And then everybody could just get up and make whatever they wanted out of their, in their bowl. Instead of chili, it could be a nice change of pace. Put that back in the oven. And our soup is actually almost ready. So I'm gonna get a bowl. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, tortilla chips. Okay. Twix-It Clips, who has them? So amazing. I don't know if you know about these, but they have a snap shut, and then They have two lines that go into one another, so the bag like ripples when it's shut, and there's no air getting inside. And I love Tortilla chips. They're on everything, unless my stuff is in a silicone bag. We're almost out of tortilla chips. This is a giant bag from Costco. And look, these are like the long skinny ones. We had never gotten that shape before, but I don't mind them. All right, our soup is boiling. So guess what? It's done. The taste of an all-day soup in, what, 10 minutes? And you know what? I don't know why I have this out. This calls for a ladle. Very hot. Turn that off. And I want to show you the ladle real quick. If you don't have one of our ladles, you need to get one. We are a broth loving half of us and a non-broth loving family. So this ladle has a little drain on this side, so I can have all the broth and Mr. Teacher can have all of the stuff. And it's really convenient because I don't have to get out two things. All right, to top our soup, bunches of tortilla chips, because yes, please. Delicious chipotle sour cream. I should have gone outside before it got dark and got some green onion, but I didn't. It's also really cold outside today. Like, I know it's Florida, but it's cold. It's dropping down in the 40s tonight too. And 40 in Florida is different than 40 in Michigan. I promise. All right, delicious soup. I should show you what it looks like all ladled up. Tomatoes, corn, there's some peppers in there. So good. And then we need our tortillas. Our quesadilla. Throwing stuff everywhere. Oh, so heavy. Okay. All right, bad risk from cheerleading. So many years and waiting tables. The easiest way to cut a quesadilla is a pizza cutter. This is our pizza cutter. It comes with a little shield because this baby is sharp. All right, we are going to slice these in half. They are perfectly melty and cheesy. Oh, and I should mention this part is for the part of the crust that if you know it's right up against the edge of the pan, you can't cut it. You just go like that and it perfectly cuts it. And this thing can go right in the dishwasher too. All right, we need a plate. Look at, you see all the cheese? 1, 2, very hot. 3, yes, I do have a spatula. No, I'm not using it. And we need some guacamole. And chipotle sour cream. And we could dice some tomato and throw it on here for a little extra color. But that's our dinner and our lunch for tomorrow. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so, so much for watching me make dinner tonight. And I will see you all soon. Bye.